5 match. Right into the net. Cambrian will get the first point, 1-0. 1-0 Cambrian. I believe this is number 7 on the line. That's Isabel Rive for the Shield. Dug up by Milling, Quintanilla. Gellison right in the middle. A perfectly executed play by the Saints there as Gellison got a hold of all of that one. Ties the game up at 1 apiece. Amelia Oliverio serving now for St. Clair. Second-year player. Dug up nicely there by the Shield. This is Albert. Her weak hit doesn't get over. Point St. Clair. That makes it 2-0. Take a look at that last play. And just not executed well there. Oliverio continues to serve. Free ball here for the Saints. Milling digs it up. Quintanilla. DeVlute, a good hit, dug up nicely there by Muffo. Free ball here again for the Saints. Milling, Quintanilla, back set. Stevenson, that's why she's one of the best right there. Stevenson with the kill. Makes it 3-1 St. Clair. Take a look at this. Saints going to get a free ball here, and that just sets up a dangerous play for any team. They're going to go to Stevenson right here. Quintanilla, a little back set, and Stevenson gets it all. Back to live play here. That play goes out of bounds. That's point Cambrian. They'll take over the service as well. This will be number 12, Jordan Phillips, serving for the Golden Shield. Set 1 of this best-of-5 match. Milling digs up the serve. Quintanilla tight at the net. DeVlute gets a hand on it, and off the block, it goes out of bounds. Point St. Clair. Kiana Gellison, third-year player out of LaSalle, Ontario. Stands 6'2", off the net. Shield play it. That kill attempt into the net coming off the hand of Jade Gauthier of the Golden Shield. Timing may be off a little bit there. Gellison will continue to serve St. Clair. They have a 3-point lead. Muffo, Rive. Tipped over the net by the Shield. Saints come away with another kill. Again, a lot of opportunities for St. Clair with the free balls over the net. And early on here, they're taking advantage of it. Gellison will continue to serve. 6-2 our score. That kill attempt by the Shield works fine that time, as it was Jade Gauthier taking care of business for Cambrian. They get the point and the ball back. Going to the service line, that'll be Tegan Langus, number 15. Milling, Stevenson, DeVlute just getting it over the net. Shield now with a chance here. Tipped at the net. St. Clair digs it up but can't control it. It's going to be a point for Cambrian. Milling again has to dig it up. Free ball. Milling again digs it up. Stevenson puts it right back. Back and forth in a hurry right away there. Off the block, the Saints will play this. Milling's going to set. Stevenson's going to go up for the kill. Off the net, somebody touched the net underneath, so St. Clair gets the break and gets the ball back and the point. They now lead at 7-4. Tiana Stevenson set to serve for St. Clair. Into the net that goes. Cambrian will get the ball back. Coming into the game for St. Clair, Riley Davis. She'll replace Kimberly Quintanilla. Riley Davis, number 3 for the Saints in the game. Second-year player out of Georgetown, Ontario. Milling unable to handle that serve from Caitlin Albert. Cambrian clawing their way back into it, now down a single point. 7-6, Saints leading here in set number 1. Milling, Davis, back set. Oh my, Ellis got all of that right over the block and pounds it home for the Saints. First-year player for the Saints, Keome Ellis. Take a look at this one. And you see Ellis just gets all of it. DeVloot, her serve dug up. Off the block, the Saints will play this. Davis goes across to Oliverio. Oliverio's spike is a good one as Albert couldn't dig it up for the shield. Saints now back up to a 3-point lead, 9-6. Nice play there by the shield. Coming across back door is Maggie Little. Number 11, nicely executed play there by Cambrian. Going to serve now is number 6. This is Jade Gauthier. Davis. Stevenson just gets it over the net, and a little bit of confusion in the coverage there by the Saints. Costs them a point. Cambrian pulls to within a point of the Saints now, 9-8. Gauthier continues to serve. Oliverio to Milling, back to Oliverio. She tips, covered nicely there by Albert, and that spike attempt goes long, out of bounds. St. Clair will get the ball back. Keome Ellis, first-year player out of Toronto, Ontario. Looks like a good one. Free ball here for the Saints. DeVloot to Davis. Gellison plays it off the block. Point St. Clair. Gellison right now is on fire for the Saints. Take a look at it. Gellison going up. Big power hits in the middle. She's a force right in the middle of that net, standing at 6'2". Back to live action. We catch the end of it there as that spike attempt from the Golden Shield gets down and gets them the ball back at a point. Oliverio just trying to get it into the back court. And that goes out of bounds. Back and forth here right now. Saints have had 3-4 point leads, but Cambrian's always been able to get back into it. They're within a point now. Stevenson off the block again, and it goes out of bounds. Smart heads up play by the veteran hitter of the Saints. Riley Davis now to the service line. Dug up by the Shield. Back set. Play they tried earlier. Blocked this time by the Saints, and that one doesn't get over the net. Everybody thought it was a 4 hit. Yeah, they finally call it now. I thought it was 4 myself. Coach Jimmy L. Turk of the Saints came right off the bench. So that's 4. That's 4. He caught it as well. 13-10 for the Saints. Milling digs it up for St. Clair. Davis back set. Stevenson tips. Saved. Here's Muffo over to number 12. That is Phillips. And it's a point St. Clair. Davis continues on the line. Saints now with a 4-point lead here in set number 1. Off the net, dug up nicely there by the Shield Phillips. She gets right back for the spike. Off the block, that goes out of bounds. A good play there by Jordan Phillips of the Cambrian Golden Shield. They get the point and the ball back. Coach Jimmy L. Turk wants to call a timeout, talk it over with his squad. The Saints leading it 14-11. Of course, we're coming to you from the Monson Time Express broadcast booth. Glad to have Monson Time Express on board with us all season long here at We Digital Productions. Also, we'd like to bring on the Barber's Chair. Of course, the Barber's Chair working out of the Devonshire Mall for any of your haircut needs. Go and visit the Barber's Chair. They'll take good care of you. Again, glad to have them on board all season long at We Digital Productions. Take a look at the Cambrian Golden Shield. That's where we're at. 14-11 is where we stand in the first set of this best of 5. Again, the men's game will follow this one at approximately 2 p.m. Right now, set to serve for Cambrian is number 7, Isabel Rive. Good hard serve by Rive. Saints unable to dig it up. Rive will try it one more time. Let's see if she goes right back to the same spot. Good hard serve. Oliveira able to dig it up this time. Davis to Stevenson. She gives up the free ball. Rive over to Phillips. Free ball here for St. Clair. Davis back set. Oliveira goes up. And is it in? They're calling it out. So point Cambrian. They have pulled to within 1. Doing an effective job on the service line right there is Isabel Rive, number 7. Milling, Davis, Stevenson off the block there. Saints have to play it. Oliveira tries to lock another block in the Shield again. Doing a good job of blocking this time. Phillips goes up, dug up by Milling. Oliveira over to Stevenson, tipped, back row. Here's the Shield now, trying to set up a kill. Off the block, the Saints dig it up. Oliveira going to play it right across over to Stevenson, and her kill attempt into the net. Good rally. Cambrian has tied it up. Saints will get the ball back now after that. They take the lead again, 15-14. Oliverio. Albert. Free ball here. Given up by Phillips. Davis back set. Stevenson gets that one to go down. Shield. Rive over to Langus. Her skill attempt is blocked, and that hit from Caitlin Albert goes out of bounds. Point St. Clair. going to get a timeout. This timeout brought to you by the Barber's Chair. Busy weekend here at We Digital Productions. Of course, we're taking care of volleyball action here this afternoon. Tomorrow evening, the OFC Championship on the line. The Ontario Football Conference presents the London Beefeaters taking on the Windsor AKO Fratmen. We'll have the action for you live here on We Digital Productions. The web broadcast starts at 8 p.m. coming to you from the Alumni Field. We'd love to see a packed house at the stadium, but if you can't make it, Justin Prince and Badia Kwas will have all the action for you starting at 8 p.m. Should be a dandy football game. Definitely the two best teams in the OFC during the season, and they will play for a title tomorrow night. Should be a good night of football action here on We Digital Productions. As we take a look at the St. Clair College huddle this time, Jimmy L. Turk right in the middle of it all. Jimmy L. Turk returns as the head coach for his 5th year at St. Clair. He's done an outstanding job of developing this team. And talking to Coach L. Turk, he feels he's very fortunate and blessed to be here at St. Clair. I think the St. Clair brass feel the same way about Coach Jimmy L. Turk. Just about set for live action again. Amelia Oliverio continues to serve for the Saints. Her team up 17-14 here in set number 1. Rive to Albert. That's blocked at the net but goes out of bounds, so it's going to be a point for Cambrian. Jordan Phillips set to serve. That goes long and out of bounds. St. Clair will take the ball back. Jamie Randall comes into the game for the Saints. She'll go right to the service line. Also coming back in for the Saints is number 14. That's Keome Ellis. Randall's serve goes into the net. Jamie Randall, a second-year player from Fredericton, New Brunswick. Tegan Langus, her serve, a short one, played by Stevenson. Oliverio just hits it over, gets a bounce off the net, and it works out for the Saints. Tiana Stevenson to serve. That goes long and out of bounds. Katie Albert serving now for the Cambrian Golden Shield. Ellis, DeVloot, that hit doesn't work out for the Saints. Katie Albert continues to serve. That one goes into the net. As she had pulled her team to within a point. Bailey Mayu, a first-year player from Bell River, Ontario, now in the game for the Saints. She goes right to the service line for St. Clair. Mayu serve. Good hard one, hard to control. And Mayu makes her presence known right away. So you take a look at it and you see that they're just having a tough time controlling that serve right from the get-go. Oh, a free ball there for Ellis, and she says, thank you very much. And now I think Cambrian head coach Dale Beausoleil wants to talk it over with his team. Of course, we got a full day of exciting OCAA volleyball action. The men's game will take place approximately 3 o'clock, immediately following this women's game. And of course, it does feature again the Cambrian Golden Shield taking on the St. Clair Saints. Saints have a new head coach, of course, with the retirement of Rob Lynch. Sean Reham, now the bench boss for the St. Clair College Saints. So it will be our first look at him on the sidelines. Next volleyball action here on We Digital Productions will take place Sunday, October 27th. That's, of course, tomorrow afternoon. Another doubleheader. The Boreal Vipers will be in town to take on the Saints. The ladies will start at noon. The men following that up at 2 p.m. So full day of sports action here on We Digital tomorrow with Saints volleyball in the afternoon and, of course, the OFC Championship game in the evening. We hope you can check us out and enjoy all the action. Saints leading set number 1, 22-18 in this best-of-5 match. Bailey Mayu continues to serve for St. Clair. Gauthier, Rive, blocked at the net, but falls for Cambrian as Maggie Little for the Shield played it well off the block. Jade Gauthier. Oliverio. Davis, back set. Ellis tips. Dug up by the Shield. They just punch it over. Davis now going to go to Oliverio this time off the block. Shield again are able to dig it up. Free ball coming up here for St. Clair. Milling. Davis, back set. Ellis. And her kill attempt into the net. Point, Cambrian. Gauthier continues to serve. Oliverio. Davis tight at the net, gets the tip. Good heads-up play there by Riley Davis. You'll see it right here on the replay. Davis tight at the net, gets the tip. Good job there by the second-year player from Georgetown, Ontario. Ellis, hard serve, dug up by the Shield. Rive over to Phillips. And St. Clair can't handle it off the block. Point Cambrian. Maggie Little serving now for the Shield. Davis, Oliverio, just trying to make something out of a bad set. Cambrian making a substitution coming into the game is Allison Labrache. She replaces Maggie Little. And Labrache goes right to the service line. Phillips, that was partially blocked. No, they say it's out of bounds, so it's St. Clair ball. This is set point for the Saints. Riley Davis will try to finish it off here. Muffo sends it over to Phillips off the block. St. Clair will play it. Mayu gets it to Davis, to Oliverio. Oliverio dug up there by Albert. Phillips, a kill attempt. That's out of bounds. Set number 1 is in the books. St. Clair wins it by a score of 25-22 as they take set number 1 of this best-of-5 match. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll continue our coverage of OCAA women's volleyball action on We Digital Productions.
Do your Sundays need a little adventure? How about the Roundabout Trolley Tour? Originating from the Roundhouse Center in Windsor, the tour includes lunch, beverage tastings, and dessert. Boarding from the Roundhouse Center at 11:15 a.m. on select Sundays, you can spend a day touring Paglione Estate Winery, GL Heritage Brewing Company, and Wolfhead Distillery. Returning to the Roundhouse Center by 5:30 p.m., you're sure to have the best fun-filled Sunday afternoon. Book online at wetrolley.com. Life is about the ride, so get on and trolley on.
Are you passionate about a particular sport? Would you like to combine it with your education? Are you thinking about a career in one of the many rewarding construction-related trades? Do you love subjects like science, technology, engineering, or math? Take a look at the academies of the Windsor-Essex Catholic District School Board. You'll be glad you did. And years from now, you'll look back on your high school days as the best times of your life. The academies of the Windsor-Essex Catholic District School Board. We're with you all the way.
Hi, I'm Curtis Joseph, former NHL goalie.
Shooting. Oh, Butcher goes down. Look front the bird to drive the save. Pass to a nice shot to the save. And he's right in. Oh, and perfect. Stops it behind the net. Horseman wipes the right front pocket, shoots. Oh, and what a save.
You're watching We Digital.
Welcome back to the St Clair College Sportsplex in Windsor, Ontario, the site of OCAA women's volleyball action here on We Digital Productions. It's the women first. We just completed our first set of this best-of-5 match. The Saints winning set number 1, 25-22. The Cambrian Golden Shield in town to take on the Saints. My name is Dominic Papa, and I'm coming to you from the Monts On Time Express broadcast booth. Certainly glad to have you along here for the ride today. Our first of a doubleheader broadcast. Of course, the men will follow this match at around 3 p.m. We hope you can stay on for that one as well. Busy time of year for a lot of people, a lot of schools. As no different for the Saints. Also the Saints today hosting the OCAA Cross Country Championships. We're hoping to get updates on that as the meet progresses out at Malden Park. Of course, the Saints men's cross country team ranked number 2 in the country right now as they go into the Ontario Championships. The two teams have returned to the floor for set number 2. And the Cambrian Golden Shield looking now to even this match up. Had a chance to talk to their head coach, Dale Beausoleil, before the game, and he had told me that he spent some time here in Windsor, went to the University Teachers College and stuff like that, and he coached for a little bit here. Said he really enjoyed his time here, but spent the next 29 years, of course, with this program at Cambrian. That's a lot of years, and boy, what a run, and what talk about commitment. That's outstanding. The Shields start set number 2. That's Rive with the serve. Dug up Davis, short set. Jellison gets a hand on it, and it works for St. Clair as they get the ball back and a 1-0 lead with it. Amelia Oliverio will go to the service line. Muffo to Rive. That's Tegan Langus, number 15, with the hit. Saints are able to dig it up, and they send it right back down, creating a point for themselves. Oliverio will serve again. A little miscommunication there. It's a free ball here for St. Clair. Milling, Davis, DeVloot blocked at the net. Jellison digs it up for St. Clair. Davis back to DeVloot. Nice tip. Dug up nicely by the Shield there. Block at the net. Jellison couldn't handle it. Point Cambrian. Jordan Phillips to serve now for Cambrian. DeVloot. Davis. DeVloot goes up. Dug up nicely there by Rive. Gauthier just slaps it over. Oliverio digs up for St. Clair. DeVlute going to go up again off the block. Nice dig there by Muffo. And the Golden Shield's persistence pays off that time as they get the point on a very tough rally. Jordan Phillips serves. That one long and out of bounds. Good heads-up play there by the veteran Milling. Kiana Gellison serves for the Saints. That one goes out of bounds. Tegan Langus now will try her luck for Cambrian. Tied at 3 here in set number 2. That one goes out of bounds. A lot of free points being given up here. Saints now, Tiana Stevenson will try her skill on the service line. Gauthier, Rive. That was Albert getting it over. Davis back to Ellis. Tipped at the net. Dug up by Oliverio there now. DeVlute blocked at the net. Dug up by Milling. A nice save. Cambrian regroups. This is Gauthier going up. That's saved by Oliverio. Davis just tips over for St. Clair. Here's Muffo. High set. Gauthier goes up. Blocked at the net there by Davis. That one out of bounds. Point St. Clair. Stevenson continues to serve. Good hustle there by Rive, but Albert couldn't help it out. Point St. Clair. Stevenson trying to increase the St. Clair lead here. That time her service was going long and out. Cambrian gets the ball back, down a couple of points. Katie Albert will serve. Oliverio does not play that one very well. Off the side of her arm and out of bounds. Point Cambrian. That serve into the net that time. St. Clair gets a 2-point lead back. St. Clair making a substitution. DeVlute comes out. And back in is Bailey Mayu, number 17. Muffo, Rive. Gauthier with the hit off the block. Milling digs it up. Davis. Oliverio's going to go up. And they're going to say a net violation against Cambrian. Mayu serve, a good one as Cambrian thought it was heading out. A couple of players back there. And it just took a dip. Stayed in bounds. Looked like a pitcher's sinker ball. Mayu tried again. This time Cambrian not taking any chances. They play it. Free ball coming up here for St. Clair. Stevenson, Davis, back set. Ellis off the block, played by the Shield. Muffo gets a hand on it. Albert gets it over, but right there is Ellis to put it right back, and the coverage wasn't there. A good heads-up play by the first-year player, Guillaume Ellis, and Coach Dale Beausoleil wants to talk it over as we take a look right there. Ellis just waiting on that, and of course Cambrian was scrambling to get back. in position, but too little, too late. We're in a barber's chair timeout right now. As we look into the St. Clair huddle. Saints leading set number 2 by a 10-5 score. They, of course, took set number 1, 25-22. Jimmy Alturk, you can see, very animated there. Again, coming up tomorrow night, a huge game in the Ontario Football Conference. It's the championship game. The action coming to you live from the Alumni Field. Kickoff at 8 p.m. The London Beefeaters and the Windsor Aikio Fratmen vying for the OFC title. We'll have all the action for you live right here on Weed Digital Productions. That'll be the 3rd time they met this season. Each team has beaten each other once. London winning at home, 41-30, I believe was that score. And it was the Fratmen also winning at home. So tomorrow, kind of like the rubber match, and it's for an OFC title. Stats from the first set. Attempts pretty even, kills not too far off. Pretty even game overall when you look at those numbers. A score indicative of that as well at 25-22. Block at the net, that goes out of bounds, but it's played by the Shields number 11. That was Maggie Little. She just shaking her head. She knew she could have left it. Little now at the line. Stevenson goes up, dug up by Muffo. Here's Gauthier, back to Rive. Davis, free ball for the Saints. Milling gonna set to Oliverio. Oliverio off the hands of Albert, or I should say off Phillips, and that goes out of bounds, point St. Clair. Of course, Maggie Little, as we take a look at those stats one more time again from the first match. Again, pretty even, which was indicated in the score as well. Mayu's serve that time goes into the net. Cambrian gets the ball back, down by 5 here in set number 2. As we take a look at the first-year player, Bailey Mayu, out of Bell River, Ontario. Jade Gauthier, third-year player from her hometown, Sudbury. Ellis tips at the net, dug up there nicely, that time by Little. Rive, back to Little. Rive, just a soft put over. Saints were ready for it. Oliverio will tip. Play a little tentative here right now. Blocked at the net. Nice dig by Muffo. Saints get a free ball. Mayu, Davis, back set. Ellis off the block. That goes out of bounds. Point St. Clair. Take a look at it at the end here. Perfectly played by the Saints. They'll get the free ball. And off the block right there, out of bounds. That serve goes, that last play was served into the net, so Cambrian gets the ball back. Little to serve. Milling. Oliverio goes up, dug up by Gauthier. Rive will play it. Albert just punches it over. Davis tight at the net. She gets it over for St. Clair. Here's Gauthier from the backcourt. Saved by St. Clair. This is Milling. Sets to Oliverio. Oliverio's kill attempt in the net that time. Point Cambrian. Maggie Little, second-year player out of New Liskard. Oliverio not able to get that one to come down. Point Golden Shield. Mayu, Davis, free ball here. Stevenson just gets it over for St. Clair. Rive to Gauthier. Davis to Oliverio. Albert saves it. Little to Rive. She just gets it over the net. Stevenson. Davis, short set. Gellison tries to get it to fall. No luck there. Oliverio makes a nice save. Right back at the Saints. We got a net violation against number 12. That was Jordan Phillips hitting the net. A break there for the Saints. Take a look at it right here. Good save here, and tried to get it back, and you could see just right there at the end that the hand following through, hitting the top of the net. Riley Davis now for St. Clair to serve. Oh, gets the bounce off the net. Great play by Rive, though, to save it. Nice effort there by Jordan Phillips to save it, but way out of bounds, and no way she can get the job done. Davis now working with a 5-point lead here in set number 2. Saints ready for that tip. Oliverio's going to go up. She'll just pound it over. Blocked at the net. A great play there by Phillips to play it off the Saints block as Stevenson went up and couldn't get it to fall straight for St. Clair. Gellison just puts it in the back row for the Saints. Coming right back out of the shield, and Davis couldn't play. That's played off the spike. Point Cambrian. Isabel Rive. A nice serve by the veteran, the third-year player from Sturgeon Falls. Doing a good job on the service line there. Pulls her team within 2. Off the net, the Saints play it tight at the net. And we've got a net violation again against Cambrian. Interference perhaps, as Jordan Phillips tried to put the ball right back into the Saints' end and was called for the violation. Rive asking for an explanation on behalf of Coach Beausoleil. Here's Oliverio. Rive. Gauthier plays it for the shield. Rive gives up the free ball. Milling. Davis. Short set. Gellison with the kill. Rive gets an arm on it. Shield trying to save it here, and they do a great job recovering. Here's the Saints again. This time it's Stevenson. And again, the Shield getting a handle on it, but unable to send it back. This time the Saints just powerful between Gellison and Stevenson with the kills. There's Stevenson's kill right there, and almost saved, but boy, Stevenson really packs a punch when she hits. Oliverio. Muffo. Rive. Albert, tip. Gellison plays it. Davis. Stevenson goes up, and she gets it to fall. St. Clair now up 17-12. Coach Beausoleil of the Shield wants to settle things down, talk it over with her squad. So the Saints took set number 1, 25-22. They also lead 17-12 here in set number 2. Again, we want to thank the Barber's Chair as a sponsor of We Digital Productions. The Barber's Chair located at Devonshire Mall. Check them out if you need any hair care products. The Barber's Chair can take really good care of you. Also, Mont's On Time Express. We're coming to you from the Mont's On Time Express broadcast booth. For any deliveries anywhere in North America, Mont's On Time Express is your company that can take care of business for you. Again, thank you to them for joining us here on We Digital Productions. Some of the crowd here at the Sportsplex. Always good attendance here, and why not take a break from the school and come and enjoy some great OCAA volleyball action at the Sportsplex here. The Sportsplex is just an outstanding facility. And of course, we've been able to work out of here for the last 4 or 5 years, and what a great partnership for We Digital. Back to the live action. And that time, Albert's tip finds a hole in the defense. Cambrian gets the ball back and the point. 17-13, the Saints leading here, set number 2. Jordan Phillips. Davis. Stevenson had to pull back. She gets the ball over. Muffo over to Rive, and she certainly didn't get it to break the way she had hoped. Rive not known for her spiking skills, but for her excellent setting skills. Jamie Randall comes back into the game for the Saints to serve. Muffo to Rive, and that kill attempt by Albert goes into the net. 19-13, Saints leading it. Rive, Gauthier blocked at the net, and no coverage there for the Shield. The Saints will take it. Quick look at it, block at the net, and not a good enough reaction by the Shield. Rive does a good job hustling. Free ball, no, it's not going to make it. Saints starting to pull away here. Now built up an 8-point lead. We take a look at it as the ball gets misplayed, and no way that's going to make it to the net. Randall continues to serve. Muffo to Rive. She's going to go to Gauthier. Blocked at the net by the Saints. Muffo will set back to, that was number 12, Phillips. She does a good job as the Saints misplay it. Cambrian gets the ball back. Take a look at it here as Phillips calmly puts it over. The Saints trying to block, the timing not helping out there. Mayu goes up, and a good job by the first-year player of the Saints. She gets her first kill of the game. Tiana Stevenson now. Her team 3 points away from taking set number 2. Gauthier goes up, but that goes long and out. Take a look at it, you see Gauthier just doesn't get the break. Goes out of bounds. Stevenson now trying to put her team in position to win set number 2, I should say. Tipped at the net. Mayu plays it for the Saints. Davis back to Ellis, and they're saying out of bounds. Point Cambrian. Keel Mellis, number 14 there, first-year player for the Saints. She looks like a good one. Kind of reminds me of Tiana Stevenson in her first year. Lots of power. Randall digs up for the Saints. Mayu goes up, can't dig it up. Albert couldn't play the hard spike by Mayu. Mayu's come in and done a good job. This is set point for the Saints as they look to go up 2-0. And there it is. Some miscommunication costs the Shield that time, and they lose set number 2. The Saints go up 2-0, and they win that one 25-15. Saints will look for the sweep in set number 3. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll continue our coverage of OCAA women's volleyball on We Digital Productions.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Baron Championship rings. This is who we are.
I want to understand why.
I want this to be perfect.
I want to be inspired.
I want to be challenged.
No matter the reason, our passion to learn brought us here.
Did you know that the most severe injuries in our region are motor vehicle crashes? 65% of road fatalities last year were directly the result of distracted driving. 90% of injuries arriving in our emergency rooms are preventable. Our message to you this summer is, put down the phone. Just drive. Let's work together to keep our trauma stretchers empty.
We are resilient, often knocked down, but never backing down. You can spend your whole life on the outside looking in, or you can live it on the inside. Because that's where your passion lives. The drive to push beyond the naysayers, to find the fire that ignites your toughness. Because the truth is, winning always comes when you start from within.
Welcome back to the St. Clair College Sportsplex. OCAA women's volleyball action here on We Digital Productions. Dominic Papa coming to you from the Monts On Time broadcast booth. Set number 3, just moments away. The Saints, the host team, St. Clair Saints, College Saints, have taken the first sets by scores of 25-22, and also just last game, or last set, 25-15. They'll look for the sweep here in set number 3. Of course, don't forget, immediately following this game, we'll stay right here at the Sportsplex. The men will make their home debut against the Cambrian Golden Shield. We'll have all that action for you starting at approximately 4 p.m. But right now we focus on the women as the two teams return back to the floor. Cambrian trying to send it to a 4th set. St. Clair trying to make quick work of their afternoon here. Still, we're hoping, like I said earlier, the Saints are hosting the OCAA cross-country championships this weekend out at Malden Park. We're hoping at some point this afternoon to get you some of the results from that as the day goes on. This is Riley Davis for the Saints getting things going here in set number 3. Gauthier to Rive. Over to Phillips, that's blocked at the net. Goes out of bounds, so it's going to be a point for Cambrian. Isabel Rive goes to the serve. And she finds a hole on the floor. Gets the point for Cambrian. They've jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead here. Serves. Milling digs it up. Davis. Stevenson tips. Rive there. Muffo. Phillips. Mayu for the Saints. Oliverio blocked at the net. Oliverio sends it right back, but that'll go out of bounds. Rive with a 3-0 lead for the Shield right now. Hard serve, Milling able to dig it up. Davis. Jellison gets a nice tip. Maybe caught the Shield off guard a little bit. She gets the job done. The ball back for the Saints. You see Jellison, just a quick tip. And finds a spot on the floor for the Saints. Oliverio serves. Rive. As that pass went over to number 8 in the game, Sarah Ramage, for the Shield. Sarah Ramage wearing number 8. Gets her first touch of action. Phillips serve. Eludes Oliverio. Point Cambrian. Cambrian now with a 4-point lead. I think this is their biggest lead they've had at any point today. Gillison's been powerful through the middle. Oh my, what a job. Well executed play there by the Saints. Well, that ball made it over somehow. Mayu goes up, partially blocked. Here's Rive. Over to Gauthier, blocked at the net by the Saints. Rive sets this time to Ramage. She'll just put it in the back row. Oliverio, Mayu off the block, dug up by Rive. Gauthier goes up, and they're going to say out of bounds or a net violation. Saints will take over the ball and get the point. They're down a couple here in set number 3. They took the first 2 sets. Tipped at the net, and they're going to say again a net violation against Cambrian. Kiana Gallison, her serve off the hand. I don't know if that was going to stay in or not. Muffo took a stab at it, and she couldn't control it. Point St. Clair, they've come back to tie this one at 5. Saints get a free ball here. Davis. Mayu gets a hold of that one. Check that. That was Ellis. I'm sorry, Keome Ellis finishing that one off. Boy, you look at the future of this Saints team. You got Ellis and Mayu both at the front here right now, and pretty effective already. Oliverio, Davis, Mayu blocked at the net. Ellis tries her luck, and she gets the job done. So the 2 first-year players really doing a job here for the Saints. They now lead at 7-5. That serve from Gellison goes long. That serve from Tegan Langus goes into the net. Tiana Stevenson now will serve for the Saints. Cambrian able to dig it up. Free ball here. Davis, Mayu, partially blocked but not well enough. Point for the Saints. And we're going to get a timeout. The Shield need to talk it over. Dale Beausoleil wants to talk it over as we take a look at the last play here. As Mayu has been a force in this contest. 2 sets are in. Here's the stats after 2 sets. Again, pretty even as far as attempts. Kills, the Saints much better though at 21-14. Errors, that's one stat you don't want to be leading, of course. Blocks, the Saints winning there. The digs, again, Cambrian doing a good job with the digs. The errors, the Saints have 9 errors right now. The Shield with 6 errors, and you can see the scores from the first 2 games. 25-22, 25-15, both in favor of the Saints. They're looking for the sweep. They lead set number 3 here, 9-6. This timeout brought to you by the Barber's Chair, located in the Devonshire Mall. There you can see the Barber's Chair. Glad to have them on board with us this season for all of your hair care products. Check them out at the Devonshire Mall. The Barber's Chair will take good care of you. Of course, we're coming to you from the Monts On Time Express broadcast booth. John Montello and his staff do a great job taking care of all of your shipment delivery needs throughout not only Ontario but throughout North America. Check out Monts On Time Express for any service as far as deliveries. Saints leading 9-6. Stevenson continues to serve. Muffo digs it up to Rive. Rive over to Gauthier. Gauthier has her spike dug up by Oliverio. Here's Mayu going up, and again, Mayu effective. There was a violation at the net. Didn't matter, though. That spike was going down. Bailey Mayu doing a great job for the Saints. Davis. Stevenson from the backcourt. And look at, there's Ellis, another first-year player coming through. Wow, pretty impressive, pretty impressive. Take a quick look at the end here. Play will come over, and Ellis is just waiting on it. Stevenson serves. Muffo digs it up. Gauthier, free ball here for the Saints. Stevenson, Davis. Mayu saves it, gets it over, but they're saying that she went over the line underneath. It was pretty close. This is Ramage. Oliverio didn't play it well, but the Saints are able to save it. They give up the free ball. No, it goes out of bounds as Jamie Randall, a little bit too much mustard on that one. Point St. Clair there. They're feeling it as they have a 12-8 lead coming back into the game for the Saints. Number 9, that's Chantal DeVloot. She's replacing Amelia Oliverio. Bailey Mayu, who's done a great job since coming in the game, serves for the Saints. Free ball here. Here's Rive. Saints just get it back over. Stevenson to Davis. DeVloot coming off the bench. Oh my! She gets all of that one. Bailey Mayu. Her team with a 5-point lead. Gets the bounce off the net. Tell you what, Bailey Mayu is having a great match. Timeout on the floor. The timeout brought to you by the Barber's Chair. Following this game, of course, as I mentioned, the men will be in action. 4 p.m. will be our start time. The Cambrian Golden Shield and the St. Clair College Saints men squads will do it up. First-year head coach of the Saints making his debut. That, of course, is Sean Riem. So we look forward to that. Looking forward to Mr. Riem in action. Of course, we'll be right back here tomorrow afternoon at the Sportsplex. More great OCAA volleyball action. It'll be the Boreal Vipers to take on the St. Clair College Saints. The women's game will start at noon. The men will follow that up with a 2 p.m. start. You can watch all of that action right here on We Digital Productions. Hope you can join us for that. Aaron Sanders and Justin Prince will be taking care of the call tomorrow for you. Right now, the Saints looking for a sweep of this match. They lead 2-0 and are leading currently here in set number 3 by a 14-8 count. That serve again, a good one by Mayu. Mayu has served well. She's played well at the net. She's had a few good kills. She's had quite the match. And there she is again, Mayu, with another ace. That time the Shield able to handle it. The loop goes up off the block. It ends up on the Cambrian side of the net. Another point, St. Clair. Take a look at it here. As DeVlute goes up and off the block, it falls in favor of the Saints. Here's Mayu's serve again. That time it's out of bounds. 17-9, the Saints leading here in set 3. That's Allison LaBrache serving for Cambrian as she's in the game. LaBrache, number 9, second-year player out of Sudbury, Ontario. Jimmy L. Turk, the coach of the Saints, now going to go to his bench. Jen Taylor comes in, number 8, and also number 11, Leah DiGirolamo. And DiGirolamo goes right to the service line. Tip at the net. Saints are able to save it. The loop goes up. Cambrian gets an arm on it. Free ball here for St. Clair. Davis. Jellison couldn't control it. Out of bounds. Point Cambrian. Maggie Little now to serve for Cambrian. Her team down by 8, trying to survive, send it to a 4th set. Mayu, Davis, DeVlute off the block, and that's going to be a point, St. Clair. Riley Davis with a 9-point lead here in set 3. Nice block at the net by Jellison. Saints get the free ball. Davis. DeVlute goes up and she finds a hole after taking the set from Jen Taylor, number 8. Saints 5 points away from sweeping this match. That serve under the net, not going to work. Cambrian will take over the ball. Isabel Rive serving for the Golden Shield. Mayu, Jellison, Taylor gets it over. blocked at the net by DeVlute and Jellison. A nice combination there, but it goes out of bounds. Well, actually, it stayed in bounds, so it is point St. Clair. My apologies. Saints have built up a 10-point lead here in set number 3. Point St. Clair. Violation at the net. 22-11 they lead it now. That serve goes into the net. Saints, Mayu goes up. It's dug up there by the shield. Partially blocked at the net. Gets a fall for the shield as the Saints unable to follow up after the block. Take a look at it. You'll see, I believe, Jellison of the Saints got her hands on this one, but just not enough to stop it. Davis, Taylor, the good hit. Back in the game for the Saints, number 14, Keom Ellis. Jellison serves. Ramage finds a hole in the St. Clair defense. Nice hit there by the Golden Shield hitter. Tegan Langus try to get her team back into this one. They're down 23-14. Taylor, Davis, Mayu at the net, tips. Ends up on the Cambrian side. Rive, short ball. Here's Davis. Oh, great block at the net that time by Maggie Little as Keom Ellis went up with the short set. Take a look at it here quickly. Right here, it's going to be set short. And a nice block there at the net. Mayu was able to save that. There's Ellis. That's the way she likes it. Set and match point for the Saints. Jen Taylor going to try to finish this one off. There it is, point St. Clair, they win it. A 3-game sweep as they defeat the Shield 25-15 in set number 3. A nice performance by the Lady Saints to take care of business here as they celebrate. Fans are happy here at the Sportsplex. So the Saints win it by scores of 25-22. 25-15 and 25-15. We're going to take a timeout. When we do come back to the Sportsplex, we'll have our player of the game interview, and we'll wrap things up. The St. Clair Saints defeat the Cambrian Golden Shield 3-0. This is OCAA Women's Volleyball action on We Digital Productions.
Are you passionate about a particular sport? Would you like to combine it with your education? Are you thinking about a career in one of the many rewarding construction-related trades? Do you love subjects like science, technology, engineering, or math? Take a look at the academies of the Windsor-Essex Catholic District School Board. You'll be glad you did. And years from now, you'll look back on your high school days as the best times of your life. The academies of the Windsor-Essex Catholic District School Board. We're with you all the way.
Welcome back to the St Clair College Sportsplex. OCAA women's volleyball action here on We Digital Productions. The Lady Saints just defeating the Cambrian Golden Shield 3-0. One of the key players in the game there this afternoon, certainly right here, first-year player from Bell River, Ontario, Bailey Mayu. Thanks for doing this with us, Bailey. Congratulations on the game. And
thank you.
We were talking before coming out of the commercial, and I just simply said to you, boy, you must have felt really good out there today. How did you feel?
Yeah, for sure. Home opener. It's always exciting.
And what are your thoughts about coming into a home opener like that? Of course, you coming off the bench, maybe with the way you played today, you might be starting soon enough, but just the same, playing at your hometown, so to speak.
Obviously there's some pressure. Obviously first game, home opener, but kind of feels like you have something to prove.
The decision to come to St. Clair, was it a hard one?
I guess in a way, options of going away. I decided to stay home. It's a good team, obviously, so I think I made the right decision.
Yeah, I think you made the great decision, actually, because they've got a great thing going here for sure. Talk to me about the game against Cambrian, what you thought your team did well, and a 3-game sweep, that's never an easy task, no matter who you're playing, but obviously the girls had their game on today.
Yeah, we have a little trouble kind of staying up, keeping the energy up sometimes, but I think today we kind of pulled it together. Got all of our stuff we practiced during practice, brought it out today, and it kind of showed.
What's the expectations of this team, Bailey? I mean, you said it yourself, this is a good team, this is a good program. What are the expectations of this team?
Well, we're expected to do well, obviously. We practice every day, we work hard, so hoping to get the results that we want out of it.
Now, I had mentioned during the broadcast between you and Kiyomi, and of course we have Tiana Stevenson here, and I remember Tiana when she came in her first year, and I said, boy, between Bailey and Kiyomi, you have 2 first-year players like Tiana was in her first-year play. What's it like having Tiana around, Julianne Milling, players like that to help you?
Very influential. Definitely great leaders, people to look up to for sure.
Do you see what they do and how effective they are, and you try to bring some of that now?
Oh, for sure, yeah. They help us out a lot, so it kind of we have a good culture around here.
All right, good stuff. Tomorrow you got another game, right?
We do.
Boreal will be in, and we're hoping for the same thing. Obviously, playing back-to-back like that, do you like it?
Yeah.
It's okay? It's good.
Yeah,
the more
probably be a little sore, but...
Yeah, but the more volleyball, the better, right?
Yeah,
right.
Definitely.
Good stuff, Bailey. Great job today. Congratulations on it, and I'm sure we get to talk down the road here, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Here's our player of the game, Bailey Mayu. She did a great job with her team today. Of course, they swept the Cambrian Golden Shield by 3-0 score. That's it for now. We're going to be back here at 4 p.m. We'll have the men's broadcast for you, again, featuring the Cambrian Golden Shield taking on the Saints. But until then, this is Dominic Papa wishing you a great day. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you all again very soon.